Hey guys, how are you all? In this video I'll be talking about how to apply the loads. Alright, so in the previous video we have defined all the loads that our building will be subjected to. Okay, so in this video I'll be talking about how to apply those loads. Alright, so let me show you. Here's the defined load patterns. Okay, so in this video I'll tell you how to apply wall load, floor finish, partition, all these loads, live, roof live, and earthquake loads EQX and EQY can be applied by different methods. Okay, so I'll talk about all those methods later in this series. Okay, so for now, in this video I'll only talk about wall load up to floor finish, up to roof live. All right. Okay. Okay, so let me show you the AutoCAD drawing of our building. So this is the ground floor plan and this is the first floor plan. As you can see, there is a wall running just like this. You can see this is the wall. Alright, so we have to apply the load of this wall. Alright, so for that go to the first floor. Okay, so Z is equal to 2.848, so we are at the first floor. Okay, so select the beams. Okay, so let me first show you that so there is a window, here is also the window, but these two, at staircase the window is not shown, but normally you have got a window, right? So you don't have window here, you don't have window here. Alright, so you got a full wall here, but here you got a window. So there is a different technique, different value for the load, wall load of this wall and this wall, right? So we will select this beam and all these beams except for these two beams. Alright, okay, so select these. Oops, but it won't matter, however. Okay, so it's not selected, right? Alright, okay, so as you can see here, so there is a beam running from here to here, right? But the wall is not on the beam. Okay, so it's on the cantilever portion of the slab, right? So so we won't be selecting this beam because it is not subjected to the load. All right. Okay, so we select these indigenous beams. Alright, so after that go to assign and go to frame loads and click on distributed. And so here is load pattern, we select here as wall load. Alright, so load direction is gravity, or that is in the negative z direction. Okay, so relative distance from N1 and absolute distance from N1, I have already told what these two means. Alright, so uniform load, so the unit is kilonewton per meter, so kilonewton per meter. Alright, so okay, so right, so let me first tell you that the weight of a wall is basically unit weight times the volume, right? So unit weight of the brick is 19.2. So it depends on the type of the brick. For average kind of the brick that we use, it's 19.2. It's as per IS 875 part 1. Alright, Indian Standard Code, it's in 5 part 1, so it gives the dead load of all the materials that you use for the building of a building. So building of a building, right? So it's funny. Alright, so 19.2 is as the unit weight. So thickness is 0.23, it's the outer wall, 230 mm. Alright, so then the height is 2.8448. So floor to floor height. So we need to subtract the upper beam, right? Just the depth of the beam. So I think the depth of the beam was 500 mm. Okay, so let me tell. So let me just take the value as 500 mm. So but you need to subtract the depth of beam here. Alright, so we took the thickness, we took the height, so we don't have to give the length because the unit is kilonewton per meter. Alright, so click on apply and click on OK. Alright, so we have applied the wall load in these beams. Alright, so you cannot see here, but it has been applied. Okay, so if you want to see the load you have just applied, first click on this button here. Alright, so go to general options and click on standard view and click OK. Alright, so after that go to display, and so object load assigns, and click on frame, and click here. You might have got dead, so click on wall, sorry, click on wall and click on OK. Alright, so as you can see here, the distributed wall load has been applied. Alright. Alright. Okay, so oops, I forgot to tell you one thing. Alright, so for that you have to go select all the beams here. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so on this many beams, these many beams, and click on assign, click on frame loads and distributed. Alright, so wall load. Alright, so replace, click here, replace, and so load pattern is wall. Alright, so uniform load we gave as 19.2 times 0.23 times 2.85 here minus 0.5, right? So we gave this value. So we, as so these walls, these walls got openings, right? So we have to deduct the material for the opening. So we normally consider 30% as the opening, so we have the load only 70%, right? So we have to multiply it with 0.7. So here is replace existing load, so it means that it's gonna replace the previously applied load. Alright, so click on apply. So earlier it was 10 point something, now it's 7.264, right? So click on OK. Alright, so here the load has been applied. Alright, so after that select this one and this one. I think we forgot to select this one. Alright, so we're gonna assign it later. Alright, so click on assign, click on frame loads, go to distributed. Alright, so here we got it as 19.2 times 0.23 times 2.85 minus 0.5. so we don't have any openings here, so that is why we leave it. Alright, so click on apply. Okay, so you forgot this beam, click here and go to assign, click on joint frame loads, go to distributed, and at this value times 0.7, right, with the opening. Alright, click on apply. Alright, so we have applied the wall load in this floor. Okay, seems nice. So now finally on this slab, right? Okay, so this slab is a parapet. Sorry, so this slab is this wall is on a cantilever slab, so we have to select this slab, right? And alright, so select it, go to assign and go to frame loads, sorry, go to area loads and click on uniform cell, and here the load pattern is parapet wall, and the unit weight is 19.2 times the thickness, right? Okay, so this is how you do it. So kilonewton per meter square, so the unit is kilonewton per meter square, right? Okay, so click on apply and click on OK. So this is how you apply the cantilever wall load right over here. Alright, so after that go to one step up. So we are now in this floor, So this floor pretty much looks like the same floor, right? Okay, so openings, no openings here. And okay, so again what we do is that either you can replicate the replicate the beams, or you can again apply, select the beams and apply. So for your practice you can just select and apply. Alright, so click and go to assign, go to frame loads, distribute it. Alright, so so it's times, I think if you do 1.3 it's gonna be fine, I hope so. Enter. Oops, no, so it didn't work. So it's 19.2 times 0.23 times 2.85 minus 0.5 times 0.7. Percentage don't work in the reverse order. Alright, so it enter, click on, oh, apply. I could have just applied that load. Okay, click on OK. Alright, so we have applied load here. Now the turn for this beam, click on assign, click on frame loads, distribute it, and so it's a full 0.23, 19.2 times 0.23 times 2.85 minus 0.5, right? Full length. Click on OK. Alright, so okay, so we have applied all these loads. Now as you can see, there is open terrace right over here. So you have got a parapet wall running just like this, don't you? So there is a parapet wall on this beam and the parapet wall on this slab. Alright, so what we do is we select this beam and click on assign, click on frame loads and click on distributed, and here 19.2 times 0.23 times the height of the parapet wall I will take here is 1 meter. Alright, so 19.2 times 0.23 times 1 meter, so that's it. Alright, so click on apply, click on OK. Now here it's in the cantilever form. Alright, click on area loads, uniform cell, and the intensity is 19.2 times 0. Okay, so it's not a 9-inch wall, so let's take at 0.115, so a half brick wall. Alright, 19.2. okay, so click on OK. So alright, we are given the load, so we go one step up again. So this is the roof now. Alright, so on the roof you got parapet wall all over here, don't you? Alright, so select all those beams. If I am mistaken somewhere, please correct it yourself. So it's 11:31 p.m. and I'm a bit sleepy right now. I hope you can understand that. Alright, so click on assign, click on joint. Okay, so frame loads, click on distributed, and it's the parapet. So wall load is parapet wall, unit is 19.2 times 0.23 times, so okay, so I can take 0.115, right? Half brick wall times 1 meter height. Click on OK. Alright, so we have applied the parapet wall as well. I think I have done some mistake here, so let me see loads. Oh, I just did the wall load, not the parapet wall. So click on this and go to assign and click on frame loads, go to distributed, so click on delete the existing load, click on OK. Alright, again select it and go to assign, and click on frame loads, go to distributed, and click here. Oh, I have a mistake again. Click here, wall load, and delete existing. OK. Alright, so I don't think we have any loads here right now. Loads none. Now we click here and go to assign and go to frame loads, distributed, wall load, replace it. So 19.2 times 0.23 times 1. So that's apply. Okay. So here also loads, there is, okay, so we did parapet wall here. That's great. Alright, and below what we did parapet wall. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so these all are parapet wall, right? So here we got parapet wall. Alright, okay, so let's see the parapet wall load. Alright, frame parapet wall. Okay, alright, so here, and where is here? Let's go one step down and let's check here. It's global O again. So again I have done some mistake here. So click here, go to assign, go to frame loads, go to distributed, wall load. You need to delete the existing load. Click on OK and click on assign. Frame loads, distributed, replace, click on parapet wall and OK. So now there you see. Alright, so finally we did it. So we have completed application of the wall load. So next load we got is the floor finish. Alright, so for that you need to select all the slab that you got over here, so they got floor finish, right? Okay, so for that go to select and click on select and go to properties and frame, so area sections here. So we're gonna slab this. So slab 125 is for the staircase and slab 130 for the other structures. Click on select. So we have selected all the all the slabs and click on close. Go to assign, go to area loads and click on uniform cell. So here we gonna give floor finish and the intensity is 1 kilonewton per meter square. So for floor finish, so that is for thickness of 50 mm cement screeding. So floor finish for 50 mm cement screeding, the intensity is 1 kilonewton per meter square. So if you got different floor finish, right? Right. So suppose that you got floor finish as marble, so you need to add the unit weight of that as well. So you can get the dead weight of all the floor finish from IS 875 part 1. Alright, so click on apply. Alright, so we applied the floor finish. After that we need to apply the partition wall. So we will do is that previous selection, and we don't have any partition on the top floor, so we go to top floor and we deselect, and on the rest of the floors we got the partition. So we again go to assign and go to frame loads, area loads, and go to uniform cell and click on partition, and the intensity is 1 kilonewton per meter square. So this intensity is for half brick wall. Alright, so if you got different partition, for example, if you have partition of prefab or if you have partition of only the ply, so you have to change it accordingly. Alright, so click on apply. So we have now applied floor finish and we have applied the partition load, and now we have to apply the live load as well. So alright, so click on the previous selection. Alright, so go to assign and click on area loads, go to uniform cell, and so it's the live load, right? So live load, I'll be taking 2 km per meter square because it's just a residential building and we don't have much live load here. Okay, so alright, so this live load is for the rooms and passes. So but for staircase the live load is bit high. Alright, so click on apply and click on OK. Alright, so go to select and go to properties and area sections, and slab 125, select it. So select all the staircase and go to assign area loads in, oops, so it doesn't matter, so you can go this way as well, but I'm used to this way. Alright, so here on the staircase we're gonna apply 3 km per meter square of live load. Alright, so you can go as high as 5 km per meter square. Alright, okay, so click on, so here it says replace existing load. So existing load is 2 km per meter square that we applied a bit before, so it's gonna replace that value and put this new value. Click on apply and click on OK. Alright, so click on assign, clear display of assigns. I think we're at the top. Alright, so select these slabs and go to assign area loads, uniform cell. Now it's the roof live, so the roof is accessible, so we give the value as 1.5 km per meter square and click on OK. Alright, so we have given all the loads except for the earthquake loads that our building is supposed to be subjected to. Okay, so click on this assign and clear display of assigns. Next thing you are supposed to do is that you have to apply earthquake loads.